Hello, everyone. Thanks for checking out the PCSS Connection Podcast this week. For the second time in the last 3 years, Cookeville High has been recognized by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best high schools in the nation. That's right. Cookeville High, with an enrollment of 2,160 students, was 43rd among 439 high schools reviewed in Tennessee and 2,928th out of 24,000 public high schools reviewed in the United States. That puts CHS in the top 11 and 16% respectively. Cookeville has climbed in the rankings since being recognized as one of the top high schools in 23-24. Then CHS ranked 74th out of 485 public schools in high schools and 5,136 out of 33,370 public high schools. And the principal of Cookeville High School, yes, one of those top schools in the nation, Karen Trentham, joins us now. And Karen, congratulations. And what does this mean to you as the principal? When you had just first took over at Cookeville High before you got recognized back in the 23-24, but now it's been a couple of years.
Right, yeah.
So how does it feel now?
Well, it's amazing. I've just seen so much growth with our students, teachers, the community. Everybody's just all in, I feel like, for the school. And when I looked at the rankings, I guess I didn't realize how much we had improved even from the last time.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Well, you get this kind of an honor, and everybody knows that Cookeville High has been the biggest school here. It's large. It's one of the largest in the state. But then when you can add some quality, when you can say, okay, look, we're not just big, but we're also doing some good things.
Right.
That's got to be a boost to your faculty, your staff, to everybody.
It is. It's a big deal for us. Last year was the first time we were a reward school, and that was huge for us. It's very hard to achieve those type of goals in a school this size because there's so much going on. And so it's just, it's just nice to see that all of the hard work that everyone's doing is paying off.
Yeah. So you look at that and, all the different measurements that they look at these things on. Do you look at that and say, oh, we can improve on this or we can get better on that? How much better can you be?
Right. Oh, 100%. We can always be better.
Yeah.
And so we're always talking about new offerings for next year, or different ways that we can handle certain situations. We look at our data a lot and see, what are our trends? What can we look at? And really, how can we make students happy to be here?
Yeah.
Because really, when they're happy to be here, they're going to do better.
Yeah. And when you talk about happy to be here, I know been kind of an adjustment with the no cell phone policy, putting them in the cases. It's been a couple of weeks now. How's that been?
I honestly prepared myself for the worst.
Yeah, as we should.
Yes. I have a teenager at home, and so, she likes her phone as well.
Yeah.
And so I just didn't know how it would be. I'd heard from other school systems. I have a friend who's a principal at another school who did this last year.
Right.
And he said, it was good. We saw a lot of positive impacts, and we do. My favorite part is lunchtime because the kids sit and they're talking. It's louder, but I don't mind loud.
Yeah.
It's been a good thing for us.
Yeah. A lot of activities starting to crank up now. First couple of weeks, everybody's just kind of getting into the groove, kind of getting into a rhythm. And now football on Friday night.
Yes.
You've got all the other sports going on. I'm sure the arts calendar is getting ready to get cranked up.
Absolutely.
It's kind of what brings a little more life to the school.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does. We have a lot of things going on. Fall semester is my favorite. You can just, we're working hard, but it feels a little bit more relaxing than spring when everything's coming down to the end. But with the sporting events and our CTE programs and our arts departments are getting ready for some things that they're doing. So we have a lot going on. It's a good buzz.
Yeah, and it looked like they're getting ready to start building the house again.
They are, yeah. Mr. Mansell and his class, they're building a house right now for our Independence program.
Yeah,
and so that will be a house that actually stays here on campus.
Awesome. Well, Karen, congratulations. I know it's been awesome just to share in the joy and the honor of Cookeville High School being recognized, and just keep doing what you're doing, man. It's great. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
Well, if you're a football coach, it's the most wonderful time of the year because high school football starts tonight, Friday night, and the Cookeville High Cavaliers have Siegel rolling into town. Our head coach, Taylor Hennigan, is here. And, Coach, this is it. This is what you've been working for, man. Under the lights, Friday night, the season is here.
Yeah, since December. This team's been working, so we're excited to play somebody else for sure.
Well, what's the status of the team coming into the game? How do you feel?
Yeah, we're confident. We've got a lot of new pieces, new faces filling in some roles like every team does. But we're going to take the field expecting to win, hopefully play well.
Yeah, last year, great season, 8-2. Normally, you go 8-2, you figure you're either going to win your region or you're going to host a playoff game. You go 8-2, and you're on the road the first round of the playoffs. That just shows how tough the region is that you're playing in.
Yeah, 6A football. It's 6A football. You got really good competitive teams, well-coached teams, and it's a battle. It's going to be the same way again this year. So 4 or 5 teams battling to get those top 2 spots.
Yeah, I know how coaches love to talk about individual players, but hey, who's the quarterback? I mean, you've had a quarterback's been the position here at Cookeville High for a while. Who's the next guy up?
Easton Davidson, the junior, probably played in every game last year in a limited role, and has really done a good job of just commanding the huddle, commanding our offense, and distributing the football. Expecting good things from him. He's grown physically. He's grown mentally. He's done a lot of good things. So excited to watch him play.
Yeah. So what can we expect to see from the Cavs this season?
Hopefully a physical team that runs to the football and finishes blocks. We're predicated on running the football. We have been the last couple of years, and play good defense. You got to run to the football. So that's the goal.
Yeah. Siegel comes in here. It's the opening night. It's one of those Murfreesboro schools. You pretty much know what to expect. But what can you expect from the Siegel team? Coach
Renshaw does a great job. Very well coached. Very disciplined. Like you said, athletic. They got some big guys, some long guys. We got our hands full, but I do think it'll be a good game, a close game. Probably pretty evenly matched teams. So hopefully we can win. All right, football is here. Cookeville High here in Cookeville tonight, and game starts at 7:00. Cav Walk is at what time? Cav Walk's at 3:30, I believe. The actual team and band and all that happens about 4:30. Awesome. Yep. Well, good luck, Coach. Thank you.
I mean, I feel like the way that Coach Hennigan prepares us, attention to detail, the way that he puts the scout team, how they play, gives a real good look on how Siegel's going to look, and just we're prepared.
I feel good. Definitely feeling strong as a team and personally. I'm ready.
So,
honestly, I feel like it's mixed. Like our offense is very dangerous. We're versatile. We can throw. We can run. And then defense, I mean, we're gonna hit you. That's all I gotta say.
I agree. I definitely think it's a mix of both. I've felt really confident about our defense, especially the past few days. And then again, we've also had really good offensive days for the past few weeks. It's a mix.
I mean, it's crazy. It feels like I was just a freshman playing, but time flies, and you don't want to take it for granted. And I feel like this whole fall is just prepared for this. Hennigan's done everything he could. Coach Walls, everyone, we're prepared.
I'm pumped. I'm ready. I'm excited, and I really can't wait.
I mean, I feel like walking out to our run out, it's gonna be crazy. The student section, the brigade leaders, it's gonna be wild.
It's definitely just kind of gives you that extra edge. It just makes you that much more enthusiastic about playing.
Man, I'm pumped. His first career start, it gives you chills just thinking about running out on Friday night. It's what dreams are made of.
Definitely. Guys are excited to get after it. We're a young team, so we're fellas are hungry.
Man, it's been awesome. I feel like the coaches have really kind of adapted from last year to this year because I feel like me and Blake are 2 totally different quarterbacks. So it'll be exciting to see totally different point of view, and it was cool learning from him, kind of seeing his perspective of how he played. So hopefully I can inherit a few of those traits, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, definitely. Standards are the exact same, even improved. Our offense line has been a very powerful unit on our team, and we're looking to stay just as a.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have an easy game on our schedule this year. I mean, it's all tough, and it's going to take a lot to be just. You just got to get in the right mindset that you got to go out and win every single game. It doesn't matter just about region games, but every single game you got to go out and just compete your butt off.
Just like that, Coach Hennigan's big into upping the standards every single year. Don't be satisfied with anything, and we're just ready to get after it. It doesn't matter who.
I mean, we're just trying to make that next step, and I think we got the team to do it this year. I mean, we're legit contenders, but I'm excited.
Yeah. Team's hungry. Team's starving. We got only one returning offensive starter, so we're a brand new team, and we're just ready to prove everyone that we're still here.
Well, the Tennessee Fair is going on in Wilson County, and the Putnam County school system was well represented recently at one of the events. Director of Schools Corby King, CTE Supervisor Jackie Vester, and members of the Cookeville, Upperman, and Monterey FFA chapters enjoyed the FFA Tennessee State Fair Country Ham Breakfast in Lebanon. The State Fair began on August 15th, and it runs through Sunday, August 24th. FFA chapters across the state have been participating in several different events during the fair. And joining us now is Jackie Vester, the Career and Technical Education Supervisor from Putnam County Schools. She's known around these parts as Miss FFA. What can you say, right?
That's right.
I mean, if it's a title on it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now, you were big in FFA.
I was, yes. I was fortunate to be a FFA advisor for 9 years, and then I was actually in FFA in the Cookeville chapter when I was in school.
Yeah. So to go to the State Fair, which is in Wilson County now, I can remember when it used to be in Memphis and in Nashville. I mean, it's been around. It's been everywhere. I guess Mid-South Fair was in Memphis, but it was in Nashville for a long time. And now it's at Wilson County because that fair was always awesome.
Yes.
I mean, Wilson County Fair has always been awesome. And now you get to go up there. You have some country ham. You get to hang out with some of the FFA members and some politicians and all the folks. So how was that?
It was great. It was a great day. They now have an FFA day
Yeah.
at the State Fair, so that's fantastic. It allows all our FFA members to go out and compete in some different contests. We had students in livestock judging. We had students doing the grill, where they had the grill masters.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I should be a judge for that. Really good.
Everyone I talk to wants to be a judge for that. I think that's across the board.
Yeah,
They're grilling. I think Monterey was grilling steak and shrimp. So when you're grilling steak and shrimp, you really want to judge that.
We should work on those things before they get there.
Like a practice round. Yes.
See,
yes.
That's what we should do.
Yes, I'll put you on the invite list. Yeah. So it was great, and then they host their annual ham breakfast in the morning. Mr. King was able to come with me to that, and we had some members of the community, including Representative Williams, came out, and so it was really great. We heard from a lot of great speakers, and our students got to be there too.
Yeah, great experience.
So, yes, allows them to really see the other side of how we're advocating for agriculture.
And we have a lot of the FFA officers and award winners and on the podcast throughout the year, and it looks to me like in Putnam County, FFA is really big, really important, and really successful.
It is. Advocating for agriculture, we know we all eat. We all want to be able to eat some food. So that's important just at the base level. But then we're really fortunate to have some strong FFA chapters. Recently, both Cookeville and Monterey were named as 3-star national chapters.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yes. And then Monterey got selected. So they have different areas in that application. And so one of their areas for their passing literacy onward was chosen 1 of 10 out of the nation.
Wow.
So they'll compete at national convention to see if they can be the premier chapter in that area.
Now, did you ever go to the national convention when you were in FFA?
Not as a student, but as an advisor, I got to go several times.
Yeah, very exciting. Very exciting. So career and technical education, it seems like it's really blown up the last few years, and it has gotten huge. And in Putnam County, you look and because of you and the instructors, our CTE classes are just off the chart.
They are. We have students banging down the door, and that's a good problem to have. You know, we do hate because sometimes we have to turn some students away. We only have so many spots for so many kiddos, but the experience that they're getting to have, and now we've even been able to really drop down into the middle schools and start that career exploration young.
Yes, at All Good, there's a CTE lab, and it's going to be expanding over to Upperman Middle.
Yes, so we are so excited about that. We, with the help of our Innovative School money, we were able to put that into All Good. This is the first group. It's in Encore, so that first 9 weeks group is in there, and they are just loving it. We went over, I want to say the students had been in there a week, and we went over and we were just kind of asking them some questions about it, and they were already using like proper vocabulary, and you could tell they had really engaged, and engagement is the piece that we want. We were so excited about it that we're going to also build a lab at Upperman Middle School to bring that to those students as well.
Awesome. Yes. So what else is going on in the world of CTE? I know the first couple of weeks of school, it's kind of everybody's getting into a routine. Everybody's just kind of feeling their way around. I did go over to Cookeville High today, and it looks like they're starting to build a house again. So, I mean, that's always exciting to see that.
Yes. Well, and our structural systems class is building that house, and it's actually going to stay on site this year. So normally our structural systems classes, they build houses and then we auction them off to the community, which is great. It puts that money back in to their program, and then they build a house the next year. Well, this year, Mr. Mansell's class at Cookeville High School, they're building the house to stay put for our Independence 2 program. And so that's just, something that those students will always be able to say they were a part of.
Yeah, and to have that there at Cookeville High School, that's huge too, because we know we always go to the graduation in one of the little classrooms over at Tennessee Tech. So for them to have their own space, this is going to be super.
Yes, I'm just so excited about it. It's been a great partnership, and our community has come out with ample support. So that's just really exciting.
So what do we have coming up later on in the school year, CTE wise?
Oh, goodness. Well, kind of in the immediate future, we have some of our FCCLA chapters are going to leadership conference. So that's like a regional leadership conference, which is really exciting for them. We'll start our regional contests for all our CTSOs so that they can start qualifying for state, and then hopefully we'll continue the trend that we had last year and have several winners go into nationals.
And to talk to them, they're so well spoken. They're so mature, and just to see the students today, listen, you don't have to worry about the next generation. We got some smart kids. We have some really intelligent, well-mannered, and driven kids, students, young people, however you want to look at it. But it's very encouraging.
It is. It's very, very encouraging. It makes me feel really confident, when we send our students out through our work-based learning program, that I know that the employers that are partnering with us are getting a good quality student because they have some of those skills that they're going to need.
Yeah, and I guess right now they're really starting to get out there and get those jobs and get into the workforce.
Yes, absolutely. And we have students in industries all across Putnam County, so we're really excited about that. And some of our students, they're just in a spot where they're learning soft skills, but then we have other students that are actually in the trade or field that they plan to go into, getting that leg up.
So we have any big donations, announcements? I mean, last year we had the Milwaukee Tools. I mean, it's like we had the greenhouse at Monterey. We always seem to have something big going on. What's the big thing this year?
So the big thing, aside from the Independence Program house, because that's pretty big, is that we are finally starting to make some headway on that Upperman barn, and I think we're going to actually see a barn finally. There's always hoops to go through and hurdles, but I'm excited because I think we're going to start to see some progress over there and be able to get those students and livestock in that barn.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, can't wait. Well, Jackie, thank you so much for updating us, and appreciate everything you do with the CTE program. Again, it's one of those things that it just continues to grow and seems like it just gets better and better.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. That's going to do it for the PCSS Connection for the week. Be sure to check out our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube channel. Have a great week, everybody, and God bless.